Okay, so today we have Dhishank with us of Kissey Podcast. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Introduction, do I need an introduction?
But maybe
Okay,
for
so
some
hi
people,
guys, this is Dhishank. Okay, let me do it in my style, okay? 3, 2, 1. Yo, hello, and Kasaka, this is Dhishank. Welcome back to 12 a.m.
feels.
Feels podcast. So, and I run Kissey Podcast, which is the leading podcast in India, which is fastest growing podcast in India, I think so, after Untriggered. I just take names, I don't care. I just do whatever I feel and like Kissey. Let me tell you something about Kissey. Kissey is something which is about stories for people, by people, and with people. So that is our motto, where we generally help people out with the stories they have. They have a lot of things going on in their life. So there are like I think so emotions going on. There are problems going on. There are happiness, joy, moments of joy and happiness going on. So there are things which are just going on, and there is no limit to emotional spectrum that they have. So Kissey is something which I thought of like I know you guys might have a question, why Kissey and how did you start? So like let me because that is the first question which I get.
Yeah,
So
basic.
let me so there is a, as I said, there's a wide spectrum of emotional feelings which you as a human you spread and you give out. So Kissey is something which came in my mind when I was in my lowest form of life. I think so in entire 26 years of journey, where I was like in a huge debt, I was in a huge loss, I was facing problems with health issues, and like a lot of things were going on, and like I thought ki, if not now, then when? So that was a kissa itself. So I started like, let's start something with stories. So I was talking to my ex partner. So I told him like, let's start a podcast named Kisse. So like he was like, no, I said let's start a podcast. What he was like, what should we name it? So I was like, so this is a story. So like, hey, kissa hai bro. I'm like, let's name it Kisse. So that is how Kisse came in, and we are recording exactly 1 year, 1 day later on a like it is a birthday for Kissey. Like it is 1 year anniversary for Kissey. And you guys are like the second year guest, official second year guest, because last year I was a guest on someone else's podcast. Now this is the second time I've been invited, and I feel great whenever I am invited, because like it is different to be a guest on someone else's podcast and speak your heart out and speak your feelings out. So that is how your my entire journey looks like, not yours. Sorry.
I discovered you like that one video that was recommended Vinita वाली जो आपका भी second part भी आया second part भी आया है. So that video was recommended to me. I had my exam. I told you that I have my exam उस दिन 2 बजे और मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा था. I was like okay देख लेते हैं, 1 घंटे का ही तो podcast है. मैंने वो podcast देखा, I was like what the fuck was that? I was like it was so intense, मेरा दिमाग खराब हो गया. I was like what the fuck, how? And after that I messaged her कि भाई I want both of them, because at that time संस्कार भी थे. So I was like I want both of them. हमें एक बार तो इनसे drag करके एक बार तो इनको बुलाना चाहिए. Like let's see if they reply or not.
So similar stories are coming up, and it is not easy to. I repeat it on every podcast. It is not easy when people say like ये क्या scripted तुम बना रहे हो. Like look, bro, this come. I love to do a live once, like just make people sit there and show like it is not script. Now I'm the solo man in the team right now, and I'm like I have to push 36 videos. All they are there on my timeline, and every video is an hour and a half long. Some videos are 3 hours long, so I have to cut them in 2 parts, or like make sure, because it is not easy for me to release one. I am crazy. I am a psychopath for myself, because like I push my boundaries so hard. Now this Kida, you can say Kida is there in me. Like I want to push 2 podcasts a week, so I'm doing that a Wednesday and a Saturday. When I was doing it 1 month ago, it was just one a week. But now I want to push all this, because there's a pile up you have to create and clear out. So I have to do something. Otherwise, it is not easy to sustain. Because looking at how the podcast industry is going, if you want to sustain, you have to keep pushing hard, and you have to keep the patience up. Because once you keep the patience up, then and only then, I think so, you can grow in this sector, where you can spread a solid message and at the same time help people out with whatever the message is coming out. So I think so that is the mindset which I have to keep, and yeah, that is the feeling which is like haunting. Not haunting, you can say, but it's more of like what you can say. It's more of like लेट्स डू इट वाला फीलिंग कि लाइक करते हैं ब्रो, क्या है इसमें, एक जन है तो क्या है, एक जन 1 लाख के बराबर है, कर सकते हैं अपन, तो वी कैन डू वट एवर वी विश टू डू. एंड दैट इज ऑल्सो ऑनेस्टी, बिकॉज वंस यू डिसाइड दैट कि लाइक ओके आई एम इनफ फॉर माई सेल्फ, if you're enough for yourself, then you're enough for the entire world, because you in yourself is a world that is being created and being breathing for a long period of time, whatever your birth year is. So from that existing point to this, you're breathing, so like you're maintaining something, that is you're maintaining your universe by yourself. So I think so that is a great thing which is happening.
So after Sanskar left, how have you, मतलब you told us कि एक आदमी 1 लाख के बराबर है, but still it must be hard क्योंकि now you have all the pressure.
See, I came from a background of a solo filmmaker. Okay, so somewhere like I have a relationship with my God, you can say, the sole creator of this universe. So he knows when to remove people out and when to keep people in. So I don't question him. And like if people, if even a breakup happens in any kind of relationship, maybe it may be friendship, it may be a solid like a love relationship or anything. If a person is ready to walk out, he has already made his decision to walk out, then who am I to stop him, right? If a person wants to walk out, they don't want the opportunity, they want their liberation and peace. And I will be an asshole if I stop them and tell them ki like, okay, this is like, bro, I am a dick, I want you to stop, I want you to work for me. So if I am not ready to work for myself, then that is a wrong statement for the creator itself in this universe. Like he wants me to work for myself because he wants my name to shine, right? He wants what he wants is like Dhishank just alone, if works along with these people who are coming on the podcast, work with him and shine, then that is his will, and I am no one to stop. And if regretting something is like, let's clear this out once and for all. People regret a lot. People, especially girls, like girls overthink a lot. Why? Because you guys live in a future. Is your future secured? Is your future being made how it has to be made? And some people, some girls have a habit to stay in the past, which is live in past and future, but not in today. You have to stay in today for being a better person, because once you start living in today, your yesterday is improved automatically and your future is built automatically. So you have to stay today and make things happen in this time. Right now we are creating a historic podcast which will be a launch, which will be a hit in future when like we both will be a good rising creator and we'll be reaching miles and miles. So people will come back, will be like, oh, this guy's collaborated. So this is a history being made itself. So that is what I mean when I say like, guys, live in the present, not in the future or past. Anywhere in any kind of Vedas or Bhagavad Gita or like any Gita, you will see this line is there. Don't live in the present, don't live in the future, live in the present, because that is how you are capable to tackle everything. An opportunity, but like it is a growth factor that is there, which will push me and my talent ahead, because that's the new challenge, right? And challenges make people grow. So that is how I take it, and it is not hard for me. That's why I said no straight. And people ask like, "Are bro, kya? It is not hard. Is it hard for you?" Like he left. Like, no, it is not. So and yeah, he has his future. He has his great future. So he'll do better in his life. I'm not like कि like he shouldn't do anything wrong or like मतलब वो गलत करे तो ऐसा मेरे को अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, ऐसा अच्छा लगेगा, ऐसा नहीं. He should do something which is nice for him. He should grow in his space and he should find his own serenity. So that is what I feel. So yeah, that is a thing.
So मैं बोलना चाहूँगी कि अभी आपकी भी अंडरस्टैंडिंग है and you are like saying कि be in the present. So I want to ask कि in your early 20s or in your teen, how was it for you? Like how you used to process things? Because अभी हम we just turned 20 और हमारे लिए मुश्किल हो गए चीज़ें. मेरे लिए तो काफ़ी we are 21. Yeah, almost. She's 21. I'm gonna turn 21 in few days. So हमारे लिए चीज़ें थोड़ा process करना ना मुश्किल हो जाता है. So how it was for you जब ये understanding और ये चीज़ नहीं आई थी आपके अंदर? How like I want to ask from a boy perspective क्योंकि हम तो बहुत emotional है. Like मैं तो अलग level पे emotional हूँ if it comes to these kind of things. मेरा logical brain off हो जाता है.
Yeah, there is a reason behind it, because the main issue is कि when we are growing up, right? When we are growing up, there is a thing which is bestowed upon us कि like bro कर लेंगे, कर देंगे, या फिर the family pressure and what not, like family pressure, then like family trauma and everything which comes up and goes off. So I think so the understanding comes when you go through a hardship and suffering, then that hardship and suffering makes you so sensible that when someone listens to you, they'll be like, fuck, I couldn't go through this. that couldn't go through this defines your capability to understand a situation. Because once you start understanding, see, universe, your own universe, which I explained, as in your mindset, your own self, works on one major thing, that is understanding every situation that is right now. I'm covering both the topics which I said earlier, understanding the things which are there, which are happening around you. So in females, basically, the thing is ki, you guys are emotional, right? Because you guys are being catered that way. You are the feminine energy, and you need to cater human beings in a emotional factor, because men are the logical mind, females are the emotional mind. It is the left and right hemisphere of the brain which is being connected. When you come together, right, it's more of like Shiv Shakti. The well-being of this universe works on two things, Shakti and Shiv. Okay, Shiv is balance and harmony, Shakti is the power and emotions. When these things come together, you find yourself in a peace. That's where you see a happy married life, a happy couple, they'll always be pushing themselves on a limit, which is going beyond and maintaining a good family. So they'll be happy, they'll be rejoicing, they'll be having a good sexual relationship, they'll be enjoying everything that is there, and whatever it is. So I think so. Once you start understanding your Shakti, where your energy, your basic energy, where it is stored, is it stored in your heart, your mind, or in your soul, or is it flowing through your body? So it is more of a yogic science, but when you understand the fact that you recognize a soul in yourself, you stop caring about things which are not necessary for you. You stop fidgeting around things which are really not meant for you. Because what happens is, in your early 20s, your sexual energy is very high. You just want to do two things, either get into a relationship or pounce on someone and like get, oh fuck, yes, enjoy. But that is where we go wrong, right? If we divert that same energy into something productive and creative, na, you find yourself doing something which is very different. And then you start radiating as a human being, and this person sitting in front of you will be like, oh fuck, he has a factor like a god, he has a factor like a superhuman, or he has a factor which he can do, I trust him. So that is where your energy is pushed. I did my fun. I did whatever was important for me in my 20s. But when I thought, is it necessary? I sat by myself. I thought, is it necessary? I spoke to my God, like, is it necessary? I was like, show me the right way. I'm fed up of these things. I don't want to be this mess. What can I do to be a better human? So out of nowhere, things started happening, and I realized that my contribution to my life is to help out people who need to see path in the right way. So that is where your Shakti starts flowing in the right direction. And me being a Shiv, I need to walk that direction where my Shakti is leading me. And I need to keep that Shakti flowing in a right manner, because your energy is, see, you carry, as I said, you carry a universe in yourself, you carry an entire energy in yourself. So when you have a sexual relationship with someone, you basically transfer the energies into that person and take the trauma and every sensation that his body has gone through in you. That's why when you say I came or I orgasm, that is nothing but feeling each other in a climatic way, in a sensation that, oh fuck, this is what the feeling of joy is. That is serenity to this. So I surrender. As females, you guys surrender. As males, you guys are males, as we dominate. So surrender and dominance. This goes on and on, which is like a balance and harmony. Sometimes females dominate and men surrender. That is ongoing thing. That is how one should understand ki where your energy is flowing is right. If your relationship is there, it should be right, and that person shouldn't harm you on a mental level. Because once you start disturbing your mental peace, you start disturbing your soul. Once your soul is disturbed, depression is on your door saying, "Hi baby, what's up? Let's drink some wine, let's drink some shots, and let's get drunk." So that's how your soul starts eroding. In terms of soul erosion, what is soul erosion? Let me explain. When you do things that are not necessary and toxic for your body, your soul starts getting feeling that like it's the real peace, it's the real happiness, it's the real thing. What is real? Then this question comes: that what is real and what is not real? And then you get addicted to that thing because you feel the happiness that you're getting from the substance is real. So that is where addiction comes from. So instead of going from all of this in your 20s, I recommend in your 15s, 16s, when you guys are, because girls are like very smart and person and kind, but the mentorship, the guidance is not there. So they are like trapped in a guy's fuckboys relationship in 16. And every girl, I bet you on this, if a girl is from the city like Delhi, Calcutta and Mumbai, I'll leave USA, I'm talking about India. Like if they're in the hyper cities or metro cities, then they have been going through something which is a toxic relationship. and trauma, which will certainly make them feel worst on their 20s, and when they're 27 they will look back and be like, was it necessary to do all this? And like, no bro, it was not. That's why when you're young yourself, turn yourself inward. I'm not telling you to turn yourself towards God, turn yourself inwards, because once you start finding the ultimate truth, that is Brahman, in yourself, everything changes. And it is in every perspective of science, mythology, or anything, call anything, it is there in books, it is written, it is practiced. Myself have practiced and came out of it, so I feel the bliss in myself, because I am the bliss, right? For me, my happiness is on the peak, so I am the one to decide happy or not, depressed or not, anxiety or not. So if I know my feelings, I know like this is not real, this is an illusion, and whatever I feel is just a reaction. It is trying to get a reaction out of me, and if I react, so there is a great saying which goes around. Reaction and what do you say, response is two different things. What we do in 90% is react to things which are not necessary. So there is a cycle of things which is going on and on and on. When you respond to a certain thing, you don't create a cycle, you just end things over there. So it's magical how you understand ki when you're react, if like tomorrow Ishita says something to me ki like, Dhishank, you're dead, and I'm like, oh fuck, how can you say that? And like that's creating what she's getting something out of it. She'll be like, oh fuck, he got pissed, I'm gonna do it more, or like I'm now sorry, I didn't mean to cause fights, but like, but if that happens and she gets the response, now she gets the reaction, now she has the power, right? She holds the power towards me, like, now I can temper that person to my direction, because I have his reaction, I have his attention. When I respond, and she says like, "Dhishank, fucking no, 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 no," I'm like, okay, cool, bye, thanks. And like, I walk off, and she's like, huh? How can you say that? Like, what? You, duh. I'm like, yes, bro. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm like, all the best. So that's when you respond and you end things. In your early, that's where I say, in your earliest, start meditating, start understanding who you are truly to yourself. But not everyone can do that. Again, not every person can do that. Not everyone has a capability to do that. One has his purpose, he won't get distracted so easily. Finding the ultimate purpose in your life is very important. Once you find your ultimate purpose, you won't be distracted in any terms of life, be it anything. If even a death happens, you'll keep moving because you know that death is not real and it is not the end. So whatever happens is just a part of your life. And let me tell you one more thing. I don't want everyone to practice this, but I do practice it. Whenever something happens, good, bad, anything, I be like, bro, ये experience है, ये हो चुका है, and I am a conscious mind which is experiencing right now, because I wanted to feel and experience it, and it was planned. So whatever you look at becomes very neutral to you, and your mind becomes very stable, and then you don't feel any feelings, bro. You don't even feel like, bro, ये गलत हो रहा है मेरे साथ, या फिर ये चीटिंग हो रहा है, या अन्याय हो रहा है, ये क्या हो रहा है. You be like, okay, हाँ हो गया ना bro, done ना. Let me have my space, let me have my thing. आपको आपका जिंदगी मुबारक, मेरे को मेरा जिंदगी मुबारक, राम राम बोल के निकलने का. So that is how you should be mentally stable. One should not be just intellectual, but he or she should be emotionally intellectual. And emotionally intelligent person can really, really, really handle things very well.
So firstly, I want to ask you your opinion on hookups. मेरी body respond ही नहीं करती है. I will be like this for the whole time. Like people are pretty expressive कि वो कर लेते हैं, and I'm like really admire them कि भाई it's good that you can express yourself sexually, but I can't until unless I know that guy, until unless I'm comfortable with him fully. और उसमें भी मेरे को time लग गया.
For you, both of you, the one factor is very common. If someone like gives you the trust factor and leads you on, then you guys can be into him or the person, whoever it is, because you know ki, you both guys know ki at the end of the day you need someone who you guys will like keep your shoulder, your crying shoulder, and be like, bro, ye ho gaya, and he'll be the sensible person, like I told, anchoring person, the person who can anchor you down and like hold you to the ground. Even kitna bhi tum log asman chhu lo, but at the end you have to come back. You need that anchor. So if you get that kind of person, then you both are like gonna opt for that guy mostly. So that is how your mental structures are developed, and there is where that is the same thing which you bond on. when there is a problem, when you tell her this is the problem and she gives the solution, you know this is the solution because you had already thought of it. Sometimes it is different, but most of the time it is same, because you guys have been staying together so much कि you guys are now like partially one. Like you can say your thoughts are partially one. You opt out the same energy which you need to, even having differences. So coming back to that point, as I was saying, you have a soul. So what you're doing right now is like she's soul searching. She's soul searching, and you are like already reaching on the point. You're like, okay, this is the guy with the maximum qualities that I need, and I will bag him now. But you want a specific thing, like you want a PlayStation or you want a phone, because this phone has this specific features. So this phone has certain qualities. So now you like that phone. So what will you do eventually? You will go, you'll pay the money, and you will take it. So in terms of relationship, if you like a person, you know that person is good. So what you'll do, you'll talk to him, you'll make him understand what are your requirements, and if he's on an agreement, you'll make a bond, which is a relationship wala bond. And it goes on words, not on paper, but words and mental and emotional spectrum. So that is how one should categorize a relationship, where one should understand ki bro, this is important, and this is my needs, and this is me as a person, this is my values. So what values do you add in me? Don't be dependent on me as a person, because what will happen if I am dependent on someone for a longer period of time, or I am overvaluing that person more than me, then I am ending myself as a person. So that is where it comes back, where you are not able to have a sexual relationship with a person, because you're not ready to give your emotions easily. You're not ready to connect with that person easily. People see, as I said, it comes back to the point which I said, be lying. Oh, I did have sex with so many people. Oh, I had relationship with so many people. They might be lying. But have you felt what they feel, or like have you understand what they feel, or have they themselves understood what they feel? No, right? Because they don't know who they are. So that is where the concept of hookup culture comes in. They just like to like throw their clothes away and jump on beds. That is not how things work.
I wouldn't like prefer it at all, because energy मेरे पास already trauma. I don't want someone else's trauma. It's enough.
Basically, you need to set a level of energy exchange in the similar way. So if you're having an multiple partners, which is polygamy or like polyamorous or like something like that, anything related to poly, you should have zero, zero jealousy, zero problems, zero, like you should set your ground levels, because when you get into such kind of relationship, what happens is you have set of expectations which can lead to a destruction of relationship or the body itself. And concluding to the point where I was saying, as our body is conducted of different elements and moon surfaces, so astrologically, when you see these things, this can affect everyone in a different space. So you need to understand and practice safe sex first of all, because you need, if you're conducting into multiple sexual partners, you should always have something which is like a protection, or like you should be kept tested, and like because uprising, no one sees that in today's day and age. No one checks, they just pounce in, and then they conclude that they have some kind of STD going on in their body.
मेरा ना मैं बहुत ये चीज़ मेरे को थोड़ा ऐसे खटकती है कभी कभार, बिकॉज आई एम टू मच इमोशनली अवेलेबल फॉर एवरी वन. लाइक सिंस स्कूल पीपल यूज टू कम मी, यूज टू टेल अबाउट देम सेल्फ, आई यूज टू मैं उन्हें कंधा दिया करती कि भाई कोई नहीं, एंड अभी भी मेरा यही है. तो सम एट सम पॉइंट आई एम लाइक कि भाई मेरे को फिर कभी कभार ऐसा लगता है कि भाई मेरे अराउंड द इमोशनली अनअवेलेबल, क्योंकि मेरी इमोशंस बहुत लेवल पे बहुत हाई है. लाइक लोग कहते हैं कि लड़कियां काफी इमोशनल होती है, बट मेरे काफी हाई है, और उस चक्कर में मैं काफी इमोशनली अवेलेबल भी उन लोगों के लिए. तो समटाइम इट हर्ट्स कि भाई लोग इमोशनली उतना अवेलेबल नहीं है, बट दैट्स देयर कॉल. बट मेरे को ये चीज मेरी दीदी ने समझाया था कि दैट्स इज इन योर नेचर, यू कांट चेंज इट. आई एम इमोशनली अवेलेबल, चाहे मेरे को कोई, मतलब मेरे बहुत ऐसे फ्रेंडशिप ब्रेकअप्स हुए हैं, बहुत बुरे बुरे, काफी कुछ हुआ है, बट स्टिल इफ दैट पर्सन कम्स बैक एंड दे आर लाइक कि ये प्रॉब्लम है, मैं अपना डिस्टेंस बना के रखूंगी, बट या आई विल ट्राई टू हेल्प देम आउट. दैट आई विल डू. तो मेरा ऐसा है कि मैं किसी से भी बात करूँ ना, तो मेरा इमोशनल कनेक्ट बहुत ज़्यादा बन जाता है. तो मेरे को अपने उसको फकअप करना ही नहीं है, मेरे को सिचुएशन में अपने आप को पुटअप करना ही नहीं है कि भाई मैं क्यों अपने इमोशन और मेंटल पीस को फकअप करूँ. इसीलिए तो मैंने 18-19 तक आई डिडंट डिड एनीथिंग, इवन एक्सप्रेसिंग टू अ बॉय कि भाई आई लव यू और समथिंग, आई डिडंट डिड इट, बिकॉज आई वाज लाइक व्हाट्स द फकिंग पॉइंट. भाई व्हाट्स द फकिंग पॉइंट? देयर इज नो पॉइंट इन एक्सप्रेसिंग व्हेन यू नो दैट दैट पर्सन डजंट डिजर्व यू. क्योंकि मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि भाई जब सामने वाला बहुत हैंडसम है, अच्छा दिख रहा है, अच्छे से बात कर रहा है, अच्छे से फ्लर्ट कर रहा है, आई डोंट नो दैट पर्सन अंदर से.
Again, I say, right, the experiences which you say are happening are entirely your choices, and you can't just base our opinion on that, because whatever you are doing, it is your experience which is happening, and you should feel it is right for you at that certain moment, because that will build an optimistic or pessimistic lifestyle on whatever it is. See, giving an opinion would not change someone's life, right? That is my point of view which I'll give. But right now, as you said, that is important for you to do certain things and certain things to be involved. That is a correct approach that you have, because that is what makes a human, na, at the end of the day. You'll only involve certain people in your life because they are supposed to be there in your life. It builds up to the point, to NPC wala point, ki there are some people which will come and go in your life just to build your character in that certain way. So you can stop things happening. You will eventually, now this meeting also was pre-planned by someone of greater force. So this is happening. So you when you start building opinions on something which is already there, you are thinking beyond, which is not your mental capacity, and what you will do, you will end up in a pressure. And thank you for having me. Thank you. And I think so. I'm sorry, I'm rushing because it's already 2 hours. It's one. If you want to follow this guys, you can follow this guys watching it through me, like from Kissey. Please make sure that you follow this 12 a.m. podcast feels, like crazy. And thanks for inviting me and like calling me your thank you. Sure, bye.